Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It's your boy Rami over here, and I'm just making a video today. Just a quick video about a topic I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about human nature for a second, guys, and how hypocritical we could be. So, first of all, when I mentioned, TikTok and animal cruelty, I noticed in a lot of these comments on TikTok, human beings will say, "Oh, well, that's just nature. Let nature run its course. Don't interfere with nature. Basically, let this torture happen and let us film it because it's entertaining. And don't ever step in because human beings shouldn't interrupt with nature." That's Charles Darwin's theory right over there. It's survival of the fittest, right? You see, all of these concepts of survival of the fittest and not to interfere with nature, it doesn't apply anymore. It doesn't work with the model of the world that we're currently living in. Animal cruelty, if you're recording animals that are forced into positions where otherwise they wouldn't be in nature, that makes you twisted. That makes you sick in the head. And the fact that you're recording it. And don't tell me because you put an animal inside of a cage with another animal that's nature. Because in nature, there aren't four walls around that animal. They've got the wilderness to escape and to improve their chance of survival. So don't tell me when you're filming a video of an animal that's been forced into an enclosure with a predator that it's nature. It's not nature. That's a torture chamber that you've built. And you're using the excuse of nature to allow it. And you're telling us not to interfere with this nature because that's how nature works. Well, it's not. It's not how nature works. So for example, with the animal cruelty video, people were saying, don't interfere, humans shouldn't interfere with nature, let nature run its course, survival of the fittest, blah, 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 right? But then it got me thinking, interfering with nature is our nature as human beings. Look at the world around you, people. We have interfered with nature since day one. We have destroyed this planet. We have damaged this planet. We have caused, irregularities with how everything is meant to function on this planet. We have disrupted nature's flow. We have interrupted with nature since day one. We always have. Not all cultures. Actually, some cultures were against interfering with nature. And that's why I have a lot of profound respect for the native Aboriginal culture of Australia, because they lived off the land. They only took what they needed. They weren't materialistic. They nurtured nature. And that's what I appreciate about them. But that's the bottom line. These people are telling me not to interfere with nature, survival of the fittest. Human beings shouldn't get involved. Don't step in. Blah, blah, blah. What are you talking about? That's delusional. The reality is human beings do interfere with nature. So when you see something happening in nature, and if you don't like it, stop it. Step in. It's the course we're already on. You know what I mean? But don't be a hypocrite and say, no, you can't do that. You can't step in and interfere in nature when it's within our very own nature to do exactly that, which is interfere with nature. If you don't believe me, just have a look at the world around you, guys. That's the reality of the world that we live in. Our nature is to interfere with nature. So don't tell me not to interfere with nature. Also, survival of the fittest. This is a very famous kind of atheistic principle in the universe. Survival of the fittest. Let the weak die. The problem with that is that doesn't apply anymore. This model of the world doesn't apply anymore because survival of the fittest. Well, you don't have to be fit to survive anymore. You could just be rich and you'll be okay. And your wealth has nothing to do with your strength or your fitness or your health. So there is no survival of the fittest anymore, really. Because if you look at places like the United States, if you're poor, you die. You don't get healthcare. You don't get looked after. So you could be fit and then you could go through something that's an ailment but then you'll be left to die because you don't have money. But then somebody that is super unhealthy, but has the money to sort him or herself out, will pay their way into it and will be cured. But that person wasn't the fitter option. They were the richer option. So survival of the fittest doesn't work with the model that we live in today. So these concepts, I think, about humanity, I think we got quite a distorted view on how humanity functions and how the world functions. And I find these kind of ideas of, survival of the fittest or not interfering with nature, none of it aligns with the reality of the world that we live in right now. It really makes you think about things, guys. Anyways, just thought I'd have my little vent about that. I hope you're all doing wonderful, guys. I really hope to see you all very soon. And peace and love to you all. And I'll speak to you all later. All right, have a great day.